It is my honor to welcome and share the stage today with the tournament director for bass, Mr. Trip Weldon. Trip, this event is essentially the play-in game for the bracket that's going to start tomorrow. Tell us a little bit more about the format.
Well, first off, John, thank you for stepping up to the plate. I want to give a shout-out to Dave Mercer. He's having some back issues and couldn't make it down here from way up north of the border in Canada, but we wish him the best and speedy recovery. Get ready for a big season next year in the Elite Series and the Bassmaster Classic up in Knoxville. But this is a unique format. We call it the bracket event, but today is actually a one-day shootout. We have 15 anglers on the water vying for 12 spots. After today, we'll zero the weights, and we'll put them head-to-head, 6 groups. They'll fish for 2 days, and after 2 days, we'll go down to 3 groups, 2 anglers head-to-head, and the winner of each of those brackets will earn a classic berth, which comes along with a minimum check of $10K, but somebody might, out of this group right here, might hoist the most iconic trophy in all of fishing, the Bassmaster Classic Trophy. So today they're allowed 5 fish, 12 inches long, right here on beautiful Carter's Lake. What a great place up here in the Georgia mountains. You know, the weather's changed, the leaves are changing by the hour. You can really see it from day to day, and it's just a beautiful place. So it's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out. We're hunting for 12 anglers, top 12. Should we have a tie, it goes back to the Toyota Angler of the Year standings to break that tie today. So after today, we'll take these 12, put them into the brackets. No more live weigh-ins like we're doing today. Thanks to everybody for coming out. This is all driven to Bassmaster Live, so all you got to do is log in the morning and watch our first round. In the morning, we'll have 3 head-to-head brackets from 8 to 11. We'll take a midday break, go over here and eat lunch, regroup, and get the next 3 head-to-head brackets. They'll fish in the afternoon. You can watch all the action on Bassmaster Live. The second day, we'll invert the field, and we'll combine those 2 weights for tomorrow and the next day, and then have that one-day shootout on Friday for those 3 classic berths.
I'm excited about this. It's going to be a fun day, a quick day, I think. Not a lot of anglers, which is good for me because I'm not really used to doing like 50 anglers. So if you're ready, we're going to get this thing started. Are you ready?
Yeah, don't let him kid you. He weighs in a lot of fish. He and Chris Bowles have weighed in thousands of anglers, so don't let him kid you. He does a great job. But, yeah, we're ready to do this and see what Carter's Lake's all about and see how this all shakes out for tomorrow's competition.
All right, let's have our first angler coming up to the stage. It's going to be Mr. Mike McClellan. How you doing, Mike?
Doing pretty good, John, I hope.
We're going to find out. He's got 4 bass. See where this puts you. You're going to be leading today for sure.
That's always the benefit of weighing in first. You get to lead an event at least one time.
And 9 pounds even, 9 even from Mr. Mike McClellan. Couple beautiful Carter's Lake bass right there. Going to weigh the big bass. What do you think about today? Where's that 5th one?
You know, I tell you what, some people might say I laid up a little bit, but that's not the case. I fished my tail end off from the start of this thing till I just quit, 15 or 20 minutes ago. The fall is always a strange time of the year. I mean, you either really figure them out or you better cover a whole bunch of water and just catch what's biting. And that was my day today. Basically I picked up a Spro Rock crawler and covered as much water as I could possibly cover, and fortunately got 3 of the better bites that I had. The only bass that I caught on a topwater today was a little bitty 12.25-inch minnow, so I'm not convinced topwater's the way to go, which you would really think it would be right now. But, one of the big keys for me, this lake has a lot of really steep drops, and anytime I could find a point using my Garmin mapping, and I could set out off of that point using my live scope, and I would try to set where I knew that crankbait would dig out to about 12, 15 foot, and then just as it broke up is where I got most of my bites today, and it was really important to be able to use my Garmin equipment that way, and just fortunate to have a lot of good things happen today.
Good job today. We're going to see if that gets you in the top 12. That's ultimately the goal for today, is get in that top 12. Keith Combs coming up next from Huntington, Texas. How you doing, Keith?
Doing good, John. How are you?
I'm good. 5 bass. We got our first limit coming across the scales. Looks like a nice limit of bass. We settle down. 12 pounds, 6 ounces, 12.6 for Keith Combs. It's a great start for Keith. That's probably going to get him in the top 12, I would imagine. That's a nice spot. Going to probably get you in the top 12, which is the goal for today.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great day. I mean, we didn't get much time to practice just one day, and usually we have 3 days. So, and you think on a lake this small, well, you get to one day should be plenty, but it takes a long time really for me because I'm not used to spotted bass fishing at all. In fact, this is probably maybe the second spotted bass tournament of my life. So, they're a lot different than largemouth and smallmouth, which is what we focus on most of the time. But, it's neat. And I kind of hope I figured a few things out. Didn't get many bites, but, they're usually a decent one when I get one.
When you have one day like this, how do you approach that?
For me, I try to fish my strengths. I try to move fast and cover a lot of water, try to catch them cranking and throwing jigs and things like that. That didn't work, so today I just punted on doing that and just went out and did something opposite today of the way I practiced, since practice was unsuccessful, and it got me 5.
Good job. Probably going to see you fishing tomorrow, I imagine. Good job. Keith Combs. Next up, Mr. Shin Fukai. Coming up next. How you doing, Shin? I'm good. 3 bass for Shin. Tough day. Where's the other 2?
I forgot.
You forgot them. 3 bass. Settle down. Looks like a really nice spot in there. 6 pounds, 11 ounces, 6'11". Hold that nice one up for the crowd. Very nice. Very nice. All right. What'd you catch that fish on?
A jig.
Jig. You catch it early or late?
Late.
Got it late. Good. 4 pounds even on that spot. Very nice. Very nice. So a little bit of a struggle for you. I don't know if that's going to get you in or not. What do you think?
Yeah, I was fishing pretty fast in the morning, but it wasn't work, so I made a slow down in this afternoon, then catch it good one. So if I made a tomorrow, I can go fish tomorrow. I want to more slowly using Yamamoto Senko a lot.
All right, very good. We'll see if that gets you in, Mr. Shin Fukai. Coming up next, Gerald Swindle. How you do, G-Man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Got a little chilly this morning. All I hear is acorns falling out there. I can't hardly look at the graph for looking up in the trees.
4 bass, 9 pounds, 10 ounces, 9.10 for the G-Man. Probably going to have you fishing tomorrow. That's a good thing.
I hope so, man. I actually had one more good bite late in the day and just lost him, and that kind of was frustrating me. I was like, I sure hope that fish don't keep me from trying one more day. This is the kind of lake, even one day of practice, you're still going to take these guys 2 or 3 days to put it all together. There's just not a lot of fish activity on the surface, so guys are kind of having to make a milk run. I feel like a guy who can stay in it, make it in here 2 or 3 days, can get him a little milk run, may have a chance to go all the way and make the Classic.
Sounds good. Good job, Gerald. Greg Vincent coming up next. Greg, if you were watching Bass Track this morning, jumped out to a pretty good lead this morning. We're going to see where this puts you. 5 bass for Greg. 13 pounds, 10 ounces, your new leader for today, Mr. Greg Vincent. $13.10. Great job, Greg. As we said, jumped out early. So you a new big bass, 4 pounds, 1 ounce. Good job.
I call it a 4-pounder. I was close. You always want to be a little low instead of a little high. But, any tournament, especially first day of any kind of tournament, you want to get off to a good start. And that's what I did this morning. I caught that 4-1s, the first bite I got, and I was running something that I really didn't know, if it was going to be that good. And so that fish gave me a lot of confidence to settle down and roll with it for a little bit. So I had a good morning and was able to cull a little bit throughout the day. So I'm hoping I save some stuff for tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But main goal today was just to catch enough to get into tomorrow.
And I think you've done that. Good job, Greg. Chris Lane from Gunnersville, Alabama, coming up here next. Mr. Chris, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm good. Man, what a pretty lake out there. The scenery's gorgeous. And, I had a college kid as a marshal today. He's from Georgia, North Georgia. Is that the correct name? North Georgia. And he's on the fishing team, and he does a fantastic job sitting back there. And he's used to fishing this kind of stuff, so he's probably laughing at me most of the day of what I was doing out there when I went 7 hours without a bite.
5 bass and 9 pounds, 12 ounces. Going to put him in third place right now. Third place. Probably going to have Chris fishing tomorrow. Good job. Looks like you'll be in fishing tomorrow.
Yeah, ultimate goal here is to try to figure something out that can get you to Friday. And then when you get to Friday, it's put your game face on and go as hard as you can and try to get to the most prestigious Bassmaster Classic. And that's what we're all here for, and that's what we're shooting for.
Awesome job. Go get him again tomorrow, Chris. All right, Bill Lowen coming up here next. Bill, buddy. Bill. What in the world? What happened, bud?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't have any excuses. I had a live camera in the boat. I guess I could use that for an excuse. I went out there and did what I thought I needed to do to get a bite. I had 6 or 7 bites on a worm that they just stripped the worm off from the back of the hook. Caught a big walleye on a flutter spoon. Had them come up schooling all around the boat. Threw in the middle of them 5 or 6 times and just never could get anything going. It's just one of those days on the water. But you know what? It's been a heck of a year. I've been out there. This is my very first year in that Express aluminum boat with that 250 SHO on it. And I got to tell you guys, for those of you who don't know about Express boats, it's a high-performance aluminum boat, and I can take it anywhere in the country and catch a bass except for here. You know what I mean? I tend to struggle on blueback herring lakes. I like to fish in the mud. I like to fish shallow, and that's not conducive for a lake like this. Like you can't run up the river and get into some muddy water. So I just went, like I said, and did what I felt like I could do to get a bite, and it didn't work out. But, hey, that's fishing, and I look forward to the next event. We're in Florida.
Good to see you, Bill, and we'll see you next year as well. Good job. Ray Hanselman Jr. from Del Rio, Texas, coming up here next. Ray, come on over here. How you doing, bud?
Great.
5 bass in his bag. Looking to get in that top 12. Five bass. Settle down. 10 pounds even, going to put you in third place. Hold a couple up for the crowd. Mr. Ray Hanselman. Great job. It looks like you're in third place, so you're going to be fishing tomorrow. So good job, and that's what today was all about, trying to get to tomorrow.
That's right. That was the goal. Just try to fish clean, and I did today. I had a few short bites, but I think they were small fish. But it was kind of a grind. I figured a little something out yesterday, pretty quick, and then kind of ran that pattern. There's not a whole lot of what I'm doing in this lake, but it's a beautiful lake, man. I've never been up here in North Georgia, and and I'm not real. We don't have a whole lot of spotted bass where I live, so this is kind of fun,
Yeah, awesome job by you. We'll see how you do in the next 2 days and see if you can make it to Friday. Good job. Marty Robinson coming up next. How's Marty? Good to see you.
Yeah, good to be here, man.
3 bass today. Trying to get in the top 12. We'll see.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be quite enough, but
4 pounds, 12 ounces, 412. Going to be 8th place right now. 8th place. Going to be, I don't know, man. 8th place right now.
Yeah, it's going to be close. This morning I really just got off to a bad start. I went to my starting spot this morning, and the first 2 bites I had, one was about a 3.5, and one was about a 4.5 to 5 pounder, and I seen them both come up and hit the bait. It was top water, and the biggest one hit it twice and never got it. Just and then I think I made the mistake of hanging around there all day. I knew what was in there, and I was really trying to adjust and catch them, and it got calm in there and that water's super clear. And, man, I just couldn't figure out how to fool those fish. And then I finally left, ran around and caught those 3, and I lost one I had one cut a flip in there and come off about a 3-pounder on a swim bait. So.
We're going to find out shortly if you squeak in. We're just get over here and hold your breath. Good job. We will announce the top 12 and the pairings for tomorrow, or the head-to-head matches, shortly after this weigh-in is over. Our next angler from New Jersey, Adrian Avina, coming up next. And Adrian has a limit of bass. Adrian, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. It was a grind out there. I was able to catch a limit, but honestly didn't really figure out much for tomorrow, so we'll see what tomorrow brings.
All right, 5 bass. Getting to tomorrow was the main goal for today.
Yeah, absolutely. I told myself, I had 2 goals. One is get to tomorrow, and 2 is figure a little something out that you could hopefully expand on tomorrow.
6 pounds, 13 ounces for Adrian, and 7th place right now. Seventh place right now, so there's a good chance you'll be fishing tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be close. I knew like I said, I just had a small limit, but anything can happen out there. There's a lot of fish out in this lake. We're marking a lot of fish in all these places we're pulling up to. Right now, it's just a tough time of year. I feel like we're probably about a week away from it getting really good. And I feel like this cold front that's coming through right now really isn't helping things. And who knows though? There's a couple guys that are still yet to weigh in. I caught some good ones, and anything can happen tomorrow.
Go get them again tomorrow if you make it in. Good job. Next up, and I do know one thing about this guy, the best hair in the tournament right now, Chad Pipkins.
We're trying to pull it out there. It's tough.
You got 5 bass today. Trying to make it to tomorrow. We'll see. Got to be in that top 12. 8 pounds, 8 ounces moves you into 7th place. All right, 7th place right now. I think you might be in, but we're not sure there. It's going to be close.
Yeah, it's anybody's game out there. There's fish moving around so much. I literally caught, I think, 1 bass today where I caught a bass yesterday. So just trying to keep moving around and stay in high percentage places. And, it can happen in a hurry this time of year. So it's going to be tough with us if we get to fish for 3 hours and, hope for the best and just keep going, because anybody here is going to go to the Classic. So
if you do make it to tomorrow, what do you do different tomorrow when you do only have 3 hours and you had a full day today?
Yeah, I was trying to learn a little bit more today, and I caught them specific in practice, and that wasn't the deal today. Not to say it's not going to be the deal tomorrow, but again, trying to put your bait in places they live and be efficient, so that way you can get a few more bites and put them into the scale and bring them home. So.
All right, well, good luck. We'll see if you make it to tomorrow. Dustin Connell coming up from Clanton, Alabama. Lives down there around my favorite lake in Alabama, around Mitchell. I love fishing that lake.
God, I wish I was there. Good grief.
3 bass today. 5 pounds, 5 ounces, 10th place right now for Dustin. I see 3 anglers back there, so Dustin is not in yet. Dustin, you're not 3 anglers left, so you're not quite in there yet.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, this place is fishing really tough right now. I probably should have ran around. How many people like throwing a shaky head out here? Anybody like throwing a shaky head? Well, I didn't throw one today, and I should have. I threw it like 2 times, and then I said, well, if I could just catch 2 more 12-inchers. I was stubborn. I kept throwing a jerk bait, but I did have some about that long come out and look at it. If I get to go back, I'm going to go do that again tomorrow. So, I don't know. There's a couple other guys back here, so we'll see. I heard the leader is waiting to come up, and he's got a big bag. If I do get in, I get to fish against him, so that's going to be fun.
That'll be awesome. Good job, Dustin. Takahiro Omori coming up next, and Talk. 2 bass for Talk today. Only 2. Where's the other 3?
They're still out there.
Still out there. 2 bass. 2 very lively bass. 1 pound, 15 ounces, 115, 12th place. If they all those guys back there are 0, you'll be fishing tomorrow.
I had a great opportunity anyway, but hey, I did all I could. It's such a good lake here, but it's just a long time of the year. I don't know.
Did you catch a lot of fish, or just a bunch of shorts, or no fish, or how was fishing?
I had one about 3 pound that came off right at the boat. That was my chance.
That was your chance. Well, good job, Todd. We'll see you next time down the road. Scott Rook coming up next. And Scott has 2 bass. Scott, buddy.
Put all that water in there. I need it all.
He needs all that water. He can get 2 fish. Trying to get in the top 12 with just a couple anglers left. 5 pounds, 4 ounces. You're in 11th place right now. 11th place. Is he the last one? There you go. That's probably going to put you in tomorrow.
Yeah, that's my first keeper bite at about 12:30. Kind of saved the day.
Oh, good job. Let's see what that one weighs. 4 pound, 2 ounce, big bass. Great job on that fish. Going to say that saved your day, as we said.
Yeah, it took me all day to catch those 2. I don't know what I'm going to do in 3 hours.
I don't know either. I mean, what'd you do today?
Yeah, everything that I didn't do yesterday. I didn't
leave anything that you haven't tried, I guess is the question.
Not really. I used every rod I had in the boat. I had to come back to the truck and get some more.
Are there any more in the truck?
I have to get some more out.
Get some more out. Good job today. Go get them, and you're going to be fishing tomorrow. Last angler, I believe. Fred Rumbanis coming up next from Russellville, Arkansas. Hey, Fred, how you doing?
Good.
5 fish. That is a nice bag of fish, folks. $16 pounds of 1 ounce for Fred Rumbanis. Biggest bag of the day. Great job by you, Fred. Holy smokes. Hank's over here trying to get me to say giant bass, but I just can't do it like Mercer does it. Great job today.
Man, I had fun. This reminded me of growing up in California. This lake looks like a miniature Lake Shasta, and it's a spotted bass fishery. I didn't even know there were largemouth in here until I caught one today, because everything I caught yesterday were spots. I think I probably had about 8 to maybe 9 pounds yesterday, and I figured, if I could just get a limit and do that, I'll probably be safe. And then I caught a 3-pounder, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is working. Caught another 3-pounder. And then another 3-pounder. I was like, okay, I'm good. And then I kind of bounced around and looked for something, caught that largemouth, and then caught my biggest fish. So I think I found some stuff for tomorrow. 3 hours is going to be a tough deal, but, I had a blast. This place is awesome. You guys got an incredible fishery. There's nothing like catching big spotted bass. So thanks for having us.
Great job, Fred. We'll see you tomorrow. Tripp's going to announce the pairings and the head-to-head matchups for tomorrow.
All right, here's how this will work. Again, go to Bassmaster Live. What we're doing is catch, weigh, and release concept that actually started 12 years ago with the Toyota Texas Bass Classic. And that's what we'll do. We'll have 6 judges out on the water, including myself and John and 4 other guys. So our morning round, go to Bassmaster Live, will be the first seed, number 1 seed as of today with these weights, Fred Rumbanis versus Scott Rook. Also in the morning round, number 2 seed Greg Vincent versus Dustin Connell. A couple of Alabama boys. They live about 20 miles, 30 miles apart. And then the 3rd seed Keith Combs versus Shin Fukai. That's your morning round tomorrow. The afternoon round will be 6th seed Gerald Swindle versus Mike McClellan. Chris Lane versus Chad Pipkin. And Ray Hanselman versus Adrian Avena in the afternoon. Then we'll invert that field Thursday, combine those 2 weights, determine our 6 anglers advancing to the championship round, and they'll start over at 0. And that's how it'll all work. Again, tune in to Bassmaster Live. Again, thank you, Paige. Thank you, Gilmer County, for having us. Thanks, everybody, for coming out during the weekday. Beautiful LJ, Georgia mountains. We love it up here.
Thank you all. We'll see you tomorrow.